So here on the Hexagon stand, and I'm joined by Aziz Tahiri, who is the head of industries at Hexagon. Hexagon is a very high-tech engineering company based in Toulouse in France, but a global company. Welcome. Thanks for inviting us on the stand today.
So I am based in Toulouse, but the company is headquartered in London.
It is.
And
great.
It's a global company.
As are we. So that's great. Behind us, you've got this amazing stand. There's three key words. One you can't see because it's behind this one, but you've got design, make, and the other one is
Inspect.
Inspect. Okay, so those are your three key pillars. Very briefly, you've gone through all three of them in detail a minute ago, but briefly, why are these three pillars the important thing for Hexagon?
So these are important for us because they're important for our customers. Our customers need to, especially in aerospace, innovate faster and bring product to market in a shorter cycle time. And with design, we're helping them to collaborate and have engineers collaborate for a faster product introduction in the market.
Okay. So you mentioned speed, and there's also a Formula One link on the screen behind us. At some point, maybe a Red Bull car will appear. Red Bull Formula One car will appear. What can the aviation industry learn from the world of high-performance motor car racing?
Well, high-performance motor car racing is really the highest tech we can also find in automotive. It's very lots of accuracy, lots of optimization of designs, geometries, complying with very strict standards, and all of that totally applies to aerospace. In fact, having an aircraft or an F1 car is very likely in terms of the performances and the technological requirements behind it.
Yeah, safety is key. There's that aspect. Regulations got to be within the regulations. So there's a lot of parallels actually.
Yes.
Final thought, because you also mentioned people and skills and how technology actually is helping the industry, meet the challenges of actually a workforce. There's not enough workforce out there. There's not enough skilled workforce in particular. So how is a company like Hexagon, how are the technologies you're developing addressing that issue for aviation companies?
So what we're trying to do is really to allow for an operator that might be already acting on the floor, but might not be trained to metrology specifically or CNC machine, to be able to program a machine, execute a machine, and output the results that they want for qualifying their processes. So it's really about automatically programming and executing the tasks that are running on these machines. And there will be a training, there will be some upskilling needed, but instead of having to rely on someone that has 5 years of experience and one needing to train him again and again every year, we're expecting maybe an engineer in less than a year can be trained on the basics and can get on the shop floor and run the operation tasks.
Yeah, okay. Well, look, thanks again. I know you've introduced some amazing new products, which you went through earlier, and we're going to do a few demonstrations on the stand. So thanks for inviting us once again.
Well,
see you soon.
Thank you very much for coming
thanks,
to
Aziz.
us.
Thank you.
And let's keep chatting.
Yeah, cheers. Thank you.
We have the chance today to present the last generation of our laser tracker, the ATS800. It's a complete new system. We merge two technologies, laser tracker on reflectors, as we did and provide to the aircraft market since many, many years, and the new technology or laser radars, the beam directly on the surface, on the edge, in order to be able to measure small features as edge, as all, and every thin features on the parts. So it's a totally new solution dedicated to aircraft market, but not only in assuming large parts and with a high level of accuracy. We have today an accuracy level very close to what we have with reflectors, but without. So it will clearly a game changer for the aircraft industry, for work stations, for assembly the aircraft and inspect the aircraft. So new last generation ATS 800. And by mirror, you can catch it here. You see the beam?
Yeah.
Perfect. À l'écran, là, to the screen here, you see the point clouds arriving on just behind the woman.
Yeah, what we're showcasing here is our brand new integration of the gel side technology, a partner of Hexagon, onto our absolute measuring arm. So what I did in the morning at the first step was I took our well-known AS1 onto our measuring arm and acquired the whole piece. So this is what you can see on gray in the background. And this scan would be by far sufficient if you want to do metrology, you want to check the shape of the part. So this works. But if it comes to surface or even more defect detection, the point cloud and the derived polygon mesh comes to its limits in terms of precision. And that's the reason why we implemented the gel side sensor on our solution. So it's more or less something like a digital finger. So if I touch it, you see directly my fingerprint on the screen. And by having it on an arm, I can easily acquire information which is not easy with a surface scanner. And due to the fact that it's mounted to our absolute arm, we do not only have the surface information, we also have the absolute position, which makes it possible to also spot the points where they are. So you have the surface scan merged with the surface information from the gel side. If I zoom out, you see exactly where we took the samples.